85-68, Colorado defeats Nicholls State. This is our post-game wrap-up presented by the Blake Street Tavern. Ryan, fans that were in the building tonight probably left with a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah, and I feel like we should have seen it coming with everything. I mean, they were due for one of these. They always have a couple of these in the non-conference. And of course, there is the excuses of it being finals week and that sort of thing. And you've got another game tomorrow. When you look back on it, I feel stupid for thinking that they were just going to come out and blow them out by 40. But Nicholls was a better basketball team than I think we gave them credit for, and I think the Buffs gave them credit for. You know, there's got some guys on that team that can make shots. There were some guys on that team that were quick off the dribble that gave those perimeter defenders trouble again. And really the Buffs just came out sluggish. So like you said, no one who was in the Coors Events Center tonight left with a good taste in their mouth.
That said, though, this was a Nicholls State team that played Florida State, SMU, San Diego State, and got blown out in each of those games. So I think the expectation was for Colorado to have a 35 to 45 point victory. They're down 10 points late in the first half. They cut that down to 5 at halftime. Tad Boyle says if this was a Pac-12 team out here, that's a 20-point halftime deficit. So, and now the question is, can this be a lesson that sinks in with this team? And I don't know. I mean, this is a group that generally seems to want to do the right thing, but as Tad Boyle said, it's a mentality issue with this team still. Mm-hmm. It's not. Absolutely. They're definitely not there yet.
Yeah, and it's. I think he said it great when he said this team thinks they can score their way out of their problems. And I was talking earlier tonight with someone talking about how great I thought it was for their confidence that they're putting up these big numbers. Well, now you see the other side of that, and that's they know they're going to score 80 to 90 points every night, so they think, okay, well, we can kind of let off the gas a little bit on defense. And while that obviously worked tonight, and it can work sometimes, it's going to drive their head coach absolutely insane. He said it. He says you're probably sick of hearing me say defense and rebounding, because he says it after every single game. And they don't have it. They don't have that edge. And sometimes I worry that they don't have the capability to defend those quick guards off the perimeter. So many times I see those little guys, those little guards go right by, Dom Collier and George King and those guys. And that is the biggest concern to me, because it looks too easy for those guards to get into the lane. And if it wasn't for a guy like Wesley Gordon who can kind of get the eraser out, they would be in a world of trouble.
Yeah, you mentioned Wes Gordon. Only 3 shots attempted tonight, yet Tad Boyle says he is definitely the player of the game. 7 block shots, 7 rebounds, and the guy that kind of set the pace defensively in terms of their comeback in the second half.
Yeah, Tad Boyle had a great quote. He said, they're going to watch this film tonight, and every player who didn't bring it on defense is going to be getting a call early in the morning to come watch this film. And then he said, Wesley Gordon won't be getting a call. He can sleep in, he can go to breakfast, he can do whatever he wants. So you can tell how much Tad Boyle loved the effort from him tonight. And you can tell that I think Tad likes to give him praise when he gets the chance to, because I think that can sometimes be important to Wes, to get that positive feedback. And even when I talked to him this week, he said, I asked him why he's more confident shooting the ball, and he said, well, the coaches just keep telling me to keep shooting it and keep telling me that all my shots have been good shots. So he needs that positive feedback, and he was special. There was a time in the game mid-second half where I started thinking, like, every time he was guarding someone, I thought he was going to block the shot, because he was high-pointing the ball every single time, and no one was getting a shot over him. The only time it seemed like he was scored on was after he got a block, and it went right back to the guy, and he made it. But other than that, he was an absolute human eraser.
Quick turnaround for this basketball team. They play Hampton here at the Coors Events Center on Saturday night. Tad Boyle said it. Hampton's probably sitting around tonight watching this game, kind of licking their chops, thinking, we got a chance to win this basketball game.
Yeah, obviously they've probably seen film of the Buffs at their best this week, but they were watching that definitely thinking, wow, we're going to catch them on a back-to-back after a performance like this. Yeah, they're going to come in here as a confident bunch, and if the Buffs don't come out here with a different mentality, with a different pace to the way they approach the game, they're going to be in trouble again. And if they put this performance on the court tomorrow night, they might not lose, but it's going to be a down-to-the-wire type of game.
I'm going to be really curious to see how this team looks in the first 10 minutes tomorrow night's game. I think that'll be kind of a sign for whether this team really responds to an effort like this and really takes it to heart. Well, that's it from here from the Coors Events Center, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.